Oh, you know something crazy? It's funny how death gives so much perspective to life. I was a man 2016, 2015. A bunch of my friends was like, yo, man, you should come work at this hospital. But what the job entails was pushing, sick patients around the hospital and things like that. But also, you had to take if a person dies, you had to take them to the morgue. And I was like, man, I fucking with that shit. But then I got into a situation where I had no choice because that was the only job that was gonna hire me, and I was going through a bad time. 2017, it was like the worst year of my life, yet same time liberating. I look back on it, like the time it was happening to me, it was excruciating. It's just a word. But now I look back on it, those were sweet moments because my emotions that I had at that time is not what I have today. So I'm looking at it from a different perspective, right? And I remember they called me, they were like, yo, this 2017, they were like, yo, it's time for you to it's time for your morgue call. And I was like, man, don't worry, Mr. Melvin to help you. Mr. Melvin was an older guy, right? The way it works at this hospital is if a patient call you in the room, like if they call you or they need your attention or something, they could press a button and something like by their door would light up or something. So what happened was we just saw that they said the body is in that room. So this light started flickering. And I looked over there like, what the hell? That person supposed to be dead. And they were like, gotta go in there. Me and the other guy, we was spooked. Like, man, what the hell? But it was a joke, it was a prank because Mr. Melvin was in there. We opened the door and found Mr. Melvin was messing with us. It was a prank. They pranked the new guy, whatever. So the body was already in the bag and we put the body on the cold tray and we took it to the morgue. And like I was like, my day was just like this. And so in the midst of that situation, fast forward, my mom worked at a funeral home. She works, at the morgue. I was thinking to myself, Mom, why do you always do this? Like, why do you? She's like, son, somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it, son. She used to tell me that, son, somebody got to do it. Okay, Mom, somebody got to do it. I went over there talking about this tough time I was going through. It was such a tough time. And I seen the body laying in the funeral, like in the room. And I said, Mom, is that a body in there? She said, yeah, son, you want to go look at it? I was like, something made me go do it. And when I looked at that body, all the stuff hit me, all the shit that I be bitching and complaining about at the moment, it just like kind of took a pause. It's like, damn. This person was once stressed out like I was. This person was worried about bills one time in their life. This person was once hungry, they were cold, they were worried, they were sick, and now fast forward, I ended up getting a job at the same funeral home. You know that? And in the midst of getting a job at the funeral home, I ended up driving the hearse. Yeah, I'd be the one that's driving the hearse to the graveyard. I would set the flowers up. I would bring the body into the room for the next funeral. All of those things. And we couldn't have a motor. I would go pick up people from their houses. And one time, a funeral was so bad, this woman was crying over her mama, and I said, I can't do it. Because in the morning time, Monday through Friday, I'm dealing with sick people, and Saturday, Sunday, I'm dealing with dead people. Long story short, dealing with it gave me a new perspective on life. Not to hold grudges, not to waste time. Even though some of us are still to be guilty of the time that we waste, when you stare at life from the point of your deathbed, How big is your problem for real? It's like, and some of us, we try to avoid talking about it. And some of us think if we talk about it, we'll manifest it. So I guess we try to escape by not trying to think about it. But sometimes thinking about it in a healthy perspective, we see the bigger picture and we eliminate the small things. And coming from a funeral 2 days ago, all over again, seeing this person who used to talk, who used to have feelings, who used to love, seeing this person lifeless. It should make you think, A, how much time do I have left? And B, how much more time am I willing to waste? People try not to think about it, but when you try not to think about it, you avoid a new perspective, a new perception. You avoid that. So, in closing, I want to say this. It's going to happen to everybody. And I've accepted that. At first, I did not. You can't call yourself an adult. You can't call yourself a grown man. You can't call yourself mature if you have not accepted your own mortality. That is literally the only way. If you accept your own mortality, you will no longer waste time. You will no longer hold grudges, and you will get rid of everything in your life that's not serving you. But I would say almost 75% of the whole planet probably have not accepted their mortality. And you can tell by the way they move in their everyday life. Continue to embrace greatness, walk in positivity. Let the light in you shine so bright that it'll illuminate the path for others to see it in themselves. Always go within so you don't go without. For those who need it, I hope you can read it.